Deep Dive Gaming.
Hello people, and welcome back to Deep Dive Gaming. I am the Mariner, and this is Sim Settlements 2 for Science. We're continuing our experiment with organic settlement growth and blending Fallout 4 main questline with Sim Settlements 2 main questline. Last episode, we took Fort Independence, aka the castle, and got it set up with the basics. This week, we're going to be making a pass through all of our established settlements to make sure there aren't any problems before we move on to do some quest building. So we're going to start out here in Sanctuary. I actually came in before I started recording to reassign some critical people because in the last episode I noticed that everyone had gotten unassigned, which was very weird. But here's the checklist of what we're actually going to be doing in each settlement. First, we're going to make sure that the power is fully upgraded, then the water is fully upgraded, agriculture and defense fully upgraded, and also make sure everyone has a home. Also, before we leave each settlement, we're going to go into the city planner's desk local settings and make sure auto assignment is on, as well as auto pay and auto upgrade for plots. That way things can progress while we're busy doing other things. First of all, we can see that our electricity and our water are both at level 3, so we're covered there. And as we can see here, we've got level 3 advanced agriculture plots, but over here we only have basic agriculture at level 3, and I tried to upgrade this to advanced, but no one assigned here is actually trained up for it, so I'm not going to upgrade it to advanced before we have people trained, because then we are without food that we need. And here we have defense. As you can see now, it looks like it's backwards. It's really weird. Level 1, it looks backwards. Level 2 and 3 looks correct. This sign throws me off. And then as we can see, this is a level 3 advanced, as is this plot back here. We'll go ahead and reverse it before we check in at the city planner's desk. And then in here, what we do is we come into options and then gameplay and then local settings. And we're going to make sure auto assignment is on, check. We're going to make sure that auto pay plot costs are on. And then we're going to make sure that auto upgrade basic plans is on. It's not going to matter so much here in Sanctuary, but it will be necessary in other settlements. And I'm not going to take you through this entire checklist for each settlement. Rather, I will show you the things that I need to do in each one before moving on to the next. So now we will head for Abernathy Farm. And as you can see here, we need to upgrade this to level 3. And we've got the same situation in Abernathy that we do in Sanctuary. We've got a level 3 basic agriculture plot, but again, I checked, none of the people assigned to it can run an advanced farm, so we'll leave it alone for now. But let's go ahead and check on our defense plots, get them orientated the right way. Also, we need to get this one upgraded and reversed. Or at least reversed. It looks like it's upgraded, but we'll check it anyways. Looks like we can get a level 3 plot going here. Cool. And also, we've got this here. I'm not going to remove it yet until we have advanced water plots available. I'll get into it in a little bit why we don't have either advanced water or power yet. But let's make sure our settlement is set up correctly. There we go. So let's go ahead and move on to 10 Pines Bluff. Okay, so first right off the bat we got defenses we need to make sure are upgraded. And apparently a minefield defense plot was not the way to go here. Not when there are traders nearby. Hey, look at that. Now that we've unlocked auto upgrade, I guess one or more of our recreation plots upgraded to unlock this for us. One more thing to do here is to upgrade our housing. We got one house over here we can upgrade to level 2 because we got one person, I guess, without a bed. And now that that's done, we will check in at our city desk and then move on to Starlight Drive-In. Alright, it looks like we've got to upgrade both water and power. And we will also reverse this back to correct orientation and set it to upgrade. And while that's processing, I'm looking over here and seeing that we've got some unassigned residential plots. And I don't know if the recruitment beacon is going to pull in people without these being built. So I'm going to grab a couple of our settlers, reassign them to the empty residential plots, and see if that helps. That's part 1 of a small experiment I'm going to do in this episode. I'll explain the other part here momentarily. And I'll let this one be a 2-person home for now. And this one, I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. The script is really sluggish in Starlight Drive-In. You may notice that I don't have the HUD showing up here again. Okay, it's a 2-person home. I'm going to say fine that we've got growing room. Good, script finally caught up with us. And then before I do the changes to the local settings, I'm actually going to check the needs report to make sure we're all good here. So we go to reports, we go to needs report, and then food, produced 0, needed 10, imported 10. So we're pulling in from other settlements to feed these people. That's totally fine. Water, produced 59, needed 10, so we're good on that. Power, 120, needed 37. Good there. Defense, 147, needed 41. Again, good. Happiness, 96, trending toward 100. We don't need to do anything here, even though I think we've got some bored people. And we also don't have any homeless. So yeah. Hobulous, 6. But I don't really care about that given our happiness in this settlement. So I'm going to go ahead and move us on towards Sunshine Tidings. We have to upgrade pretty much everything. And in retrospect, I should have waited to set up auto upgrades and auto pay after I'd gone through all the settlements because I ran out of wood before I got here, and so I had to take a 12-hour nap. But our organic settlement growth experiment seems to have been proven because I got 689 wood out of existing settlements. I think we can call that part of the experiment a success. Let's go ahead and get our upgrades going here. I'm going to move slowly because we're very close to unlocking high-tech agriculture and advanced power. Maybe even high-tech defense, we'll see. Hey, there we go. We've got advanced power plants unlocked. So either at the end of this episode, if we have time, or in a future episode, we will go around and build advanced power plots. But let's go ahead and get our water plot upgraded. I don't think this will unlock advanced water plots because this is only the 4th that we'll have at level 3. And I'll get into that more in a minute. And while I'm upgrading these farms here, I'm actually going to talk about Egret Tours. We are not going to visit that settlement because we're going to do the other half of the experiment I mentioned at Starlight. Basically, we're going to see if the Sim Settlements 2 residential plots, even though they're unconstructed, will override the workshop framework setting to cap population by bed count. Because if you recall, in Egret Tours, we only have a couple of residential plots constructed, resources reserved for those plots, but we don't actually have population. And I want to find out if the recruitment beacon will work even though those houses are not technically constructed. We'll check in on that experiment in a future episode once I feel enough time has passed that someone should have shown up but didn't. And to recap, in Sunshine Tidings, we've built the extra houses to have the beds so that the recruitment beacon will work if things actually function the other way. And just so you know, that was actually the special project I was working on. I was going to set things up to do that experiment as a whole episode, but things weren't working. Workshop framework settings are a little hard to understand. Well, hey! High-tech farms now unlocked. Again, something we'll do in a future episode when we get back to building. Let's get our defense upgraded, see if this is enough to do high-tech. Do we get it? Do we get it? Do we get it? We get it! So wheat. High-tech defenses. Cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this settlement settings correct, and then we will move on to Oberlin Station. Here we have basic defense plots that need upgrading as well as a power plot. Also, we have no training for agility here in Oberlin Station, yet we have defense plots. So we're going to fix that situation as well after we get our upgrading done. Okay, that's the power plot. Oh, we can't level this without power. Why are we without power? We'll go ahead and drop a power pylon here. Make sure this works because this is a vanilla one. Yep, looks like it's working. Okay, so now we can upgrade this. I guess we're out of wood again, but that's okay. While we wait, we can actually set up... I'm actually going to change this one. This looks like it's a charisma. We're going to... No. On second thought, let's do this properly. Sure, we'll put it here. We'll just use Wasteland Gym Agility. Make sure to assign both of our defenders to it. That's one. That's two. Before I sleep, to get a lot of these to be built, I'm going to see if I can find a homeless person. I think there's one. And we'll just assign him to this empty residential plot here because that's the final piece. We have 11 people but only 10 beds. And we'll probably, like I said, we'll probably sleep before we leave to make sure these get built. Oh, that's working. Sweet. Alright. In that case, we'll leave this alone. We'll just go ahead and set our local settlement settings and then be on our way to Jamaica Plain. And in Jamaica Plain, we've got a small problem in that we don't have power or water yet built. And we have another problem, which is we only have 4 out of the 5 basic water plots we need to unlock advanced. We've got 1 in Sanctuary, 1 in Abernathy, 1 in Sunshine, 1 in Starlight, but Ten Pines doesn't have one, and neither does Oberlin Station. So if we want to unlock advanced water plots, we need to get someone assigned to this one here. That requires power, and then we should really get them training on perception for when we do get the advanced water plots unlocked. So I'm going to do some reallocation here. I'm going to summon everyone to me and take 2 of my people and assign them to these 2 plots. As long as we don't take the mayor. Okay, 1, 2. Then we may have to wait on wood for those to build. Oh, I guess we're good. Okay. I guess I assigned the resources to them last time, so they just needed people. Okay. so first things first, we're going to go ahead and run power. And then I think what I'm going to do is convert one of these to be perception training rather than build another recreation plot. I think we'll do this one. We don't have the Wasteland Gym perception, so we have to do something else. Sensory lab. That'll work. And then we need to figure out which one of our people we assign to this and get them assigned to that. And I think we've got auto assign already set up. We just need to make sure to turn on auto pay and auto upgrade. Yeah, and we'll need wood eventually. But we have our water plot going, so let's go ahead and get our settings, and then we will finish out the episode in the castle. And in the castle, the only thing that we are lacking at the moment, I believe, is a bed. I don't think we've got our power plot active long enough for an upgrade. I suppose we can check. Why are you working in the dark, old man Jenkins? Let's fix that for you. There we go. Now, what's the word? Nope, no upgrades yet. Okay. And I don't believe we have a water plot here. And to fix our lack of beds, we're just going to put one more in here. We will build out the castle at a future time when we're working on getting set up for the castle. I don't know how far we'll get into that process in this particular YouTube series, since we covered most of it in my Let's Play tutorial series, but we didn't science the HQ, so it might be something we do. So I'm going to park somewhere where there's light and talk about what we're doing in the next episode, which is seeing how well we can blend the next set of quests for both SimSettlements 2 and Fallout 4. We have the picking up the pieces quest to do. We all have also got Brotherhood of Steel quests and Glowing Sea and CPD quests that we can mix with them, but we'll get into more detail about that in the next episode. I think we are at time for this episode, so I won't go back and upgrade power plots to advanced power plots where we can. I'll save that for a future construction episode. Until next time, go check out my complete Let's Play tutorial series for SimSettlements 2 here on YouTube. Also, come say hi on my Twitch channel, Monday through Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Time for more of this, SimSettlements 2. Thursday, 7:30 Eastern Time for Mass Effect Legendary Edition. For now, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you see when new videos release or I make an announcement, and enjoy the science. Bye-bye.